Ogun was afraid that Lagos may be joined with Ogun. And so they have expressed that they don't want to go to Lagos. Lagos did not want Ogun either because they don't know where it will stop. Is it Ijebu or Egba? And some people believe that the greatest problem in this country comes from Egba and Ogun. Abeokuta and Ijebu.
Abeokuta and Ijebu.
And Ijebu. God bless you. When I invited them to unequal representation, there's no way Ilaro cannot be a state, so we must go with Abeokuta. Ijebu and Egba are interwoven. What do we do? So I invited certain number. I can't remember now, whether 666 or something. But what intrigued me most was that when they came to governor's office, normally they have to assemble in the executive council. When they are ready, they call me. The Ijebus is not sit in the same place with the Egbas. Ogun was not in the recommendation. Again, tó bá tún fẹ́ sọ pé mo gbúrọ̀ kó sọ àádọ́lẹ́gbẹ̀ òun yẹn jáde. The word Ogun State did not surface in the report of the committee that went through the country. Actually, when I joined the army, I have set out for myself that I will not spend more than 20 years. That whatever position I attain at 20 years of service, I will leave. A is administration. A is administration. G is general. Q is quartering. Anything you think about in administration is A. Recruitment, promotion, discipline, including dismissal, court-martial. Q is quartering. Their uniform, transportation. How do they drink water when they are in operations? And so on. If a soldier is fighting in front and hears that they are burning his barracks, you could take it the war is lost. Because how can he be fighting there and thinking of home? His mind must be 100% there. So there must be peace be at home. If a soldier knows in the good armies that if he dies, his body will be taken home, he will fight till the last. But if he knows you treat him like any animal, he can shoot him. He can shoot himself. Some people get injured in the war. They shoot themselves to be able to get out of the place. Kenya Gbebon labor. It's not a joke. So when some idiots sit down at home, say if it is war, we fight it. They are talking rubbish. But you know that I am from Kogi here. Our brothers in the north, 80% never went to school. If we are well educated, I tell you, particularly one, we have opportunity to be educated, and we are well educated, we will be seeing Yoruba president, Igbo president, Hausa president, Ibibio president. How many presidents are you going to have? When I look at what is happening now, I'm not well educated, but I'm educated to a level to know what is good and bad, and to appreciate good from bad. Our major problem in this country is lack of enlightenment, lack of education, which has affected everything we are doing.
People are trying to ask that what your role in the creation of Ogun State. Ogun State it came at a time that people didn't believe your role in the creation of Ogun State, because at that time you were managing like 4 states in the western region. So how did you now decide to create Ogun out of Oyo? I mean, people are surprised that it took them by surprise that state came out, and today is one of the outstanding states in the west. Of course, Ibadan, where you rule, is still fantastic. It's still the best because it's a comprehensive society, comprehensive environment. But what was it like creating Ogun State? What were the giant strides like?
Again, every story in the west is a big story. When states were being considered to be created, the government tried to have an idea of the feeling of the people. And so Ogun was afraid that Lagos may be joined with Ogun. And so they have expressed that they don't want to go to Lagos. Lagos did not want Ogun either because they don't know where it will stop. Is it Ijebu or Egba? And some people believe that the greatest problem in this country comes from Egba and Ogun. Abeokuta and Ijebu.
Abeokuta and Ijebu.
And Ijebu. God bless you.
Egba and Ijebu.
That you take those. In fact, some people are begging the late head of state, just create those two villages, problem will be over. You understand?
What an Ijebu state? Egba Federation.
So that was what the situation was. I mean, I'm an ordinary man. I come from Kabale. Should nobody even consult me? I don't know what.
You're put in the middle of the war of the warring factions.
So, of course, there were debates for a few days, and announcement for the creation of state was going to be made, and so we needed to do some homework. What homework do I need to do? I don't know anybody in that place. So what happened was that we invited some notable, important personalities, elders from Egba, Egbado, and Ijebu. Because these are the three people who don't want to go with anybody. I didn't bother about Lagos because Lagos can move itself. So, this is very interesting. When I'm looking back now, when I invited them to unequal representation, there's no way Ilaro cannot be a state, so we must go with Abeokuta. Ijebu and Egba are interwoven. What do we do? So I invited certain number. I can't remember now, whether 666 or something. But what intrigued me most was that when they came to governor's office, normally they have to assemble in the executive council. When they are ready, they call me. The Ijebus is not sit in the same place with the Egbas. I think we can away. Let me assemble some young chaps. I'll pay them. They may not get as much as they wish to get, but I'll pay them. They didn't sit together.
The Egbas and the Ijebus.
Yes.
They were separatists in their demand.
Yes. And gbogbo wọn fẹ́ bá sọ̀rọ̀. Wọn jókòó pọ̀. Hated themselves to that point. You can imagine.
So how did you now manage and I mean
you can see them, they are happy together.
The man from Yagbede.
And in fairness, they like me. Oh. I know. I just pray not to annoy them because.
So how did you now agree to put them Ogun and call the state Ogun because it's going to become Egba State or Ijebu State or something?
Ogun was not in the recommendation. Again, don't bad first of pay Moguro Koso. I don't know where the word Ogun State did not surface in the report of the committee that went through the country. Instead, there was Ogun Yewa.
Ogun Yewa.
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 The
water side.
Yes, you know, yes. Yewa.
Yewa water side.
But not exactly Yewa.
Ijebu water side.
There's Ogun.
Egbado.
Egbado.
Okay, Yewa.
Yewa.
Egbado.
Yewa. Abiore was a powerful man from that area at that time.
Okay, Polarin Abiore, TYC Records.
Yes. Okay. Ṣùgbọ́n láti pè wọ́n lọ́kàn kan. Ẹ̀sùn fún ọ pé ẹ̀yin Ẹ̀gbá lè dá ní state. And Obasanjo is from there. So I don't need to go and meet Obasanjo. Governor. I have enough intelligence to control that place. But this is the situation. And me will consult Obasanjo
as your boss
in more than two occasions, not nearly on the same subject. Because I think I'm grown enough to be in control, and that's why they brought me. So it's interesting. I wish it were possible for evening storytelling because
we are doing afternoon storytelling now.
But it's exactly what happened.
So how are you able to settle the Obas, the different Obas that were, they are too educated and too...
Why not they strong matter? They are human beings like us. And not a matter of luck. Anybody could have been born anywhere. And those Obas, a lot of them are stupid. But because of the opposition, you can and I didn't ask for any chieftaincy, so and a lot of the others liked me, like the Alake of Abekuta. He liked me very much.
Oh, later Ibade Likwedi?
Yes. He was riding my car for 6 months, plus my driver. Akarigbo, long
Akarigbo. Yeah, the old Akarigbo.
Yeah,
Remola.
Maybe 2 Akarigbos before President one day. It's also a very nice elderly person. Those Obasa are very interesting people. Some things they say that people say they support here and is to survive. Because certain support they give, they don't give it, they can't stay there another 3 months. They will topple them. Yes, and then Jebode.
That's the Oba Security Aditono, His Royal Imperial Majesty.
Yes, very good friend.
Great man.
Yes. Me more until I became governor, I became Oba. But a good man. And he happens to be close to a friend of mine. He had Mike Adenuga.
Yeah.
Mike Adenuga.
Yeah, Magadenuga's mom is his sister.
Yeah, and Akaribu, same father, same mother.
Yaoba, that's the late Mama Oyinda Mola Adenuga.
Yes. Okay, with all these possibilities.
If I go to Ogun now, I should cross my leg.
Yeah, then from there you may go to prison.
I'm telling you, my father is an indigenous.
That's what I'm saying. I think you may end up going to prison from there also. If you can enjoy, you can also unenjoy.
But why did they give you land? They didn't give you chief title because I land the former Olubadan gave you the Jagumulo of Ibadan land. Why did the Kabiyesi, when you have given them their state Ogun and you are able, God used you to give that state to them conveniently, diplomatically, why didn't they give you titles? I mean, to make you
Not only I didn't give it to them, it's what they are entitled to. Yeah, I wouldn't say I gave it to them. God gave it to them. Using me. But like I said, the angle they were looking was separate. What I put, and it's unusual, but they came to thank me because they didn't look at that side. Maybe Obasanjo too didn't even look at that side. And I told them, yeah. Eba me look for 2 brilliant or 3 brilliant young men. I probably give them like 3 months. They produce for me about. I already have an idea if I'm to sit down, although I'm losing my memory now.
You're a great man. You have it there, and people appreciate you. Your sense of duty, your sense of history, your sense of administration, your sense of politics, and even diplomacy.
And let me tell you, mainly, I'm grateful to Almighty God.
But why did you decide to be the first Adjutant General? We are running up now to resign. A lot of people say nobody induced you. A lot of people in the army will have loved to become more than that, maybe be retired by fire, by thunder, but you just left.
First of
Why did you leave, sir? Too young to leave.
Yeah, but
Early 30s.
I knew this country was not running.
Shall we say you saw tomorrow, sir?
I looked into tomorrow, yes. I didn't see it, but I looked towards it.
You peeped into it and...
Yes. First, even the army, we were not running a good army. Things were not being done right. What do you think is the cause of all this rubbish? It's because Mr. A, who doesn't deserve to be where he is, they put him there. And so when he comes, he thinks he's in charge, he could do anything. That's the problem. But we all know that, including you. Maybe you not adverted your mind to it. Okay. We're not doing the right thing. If we are doing the right thing, some of the things that have happened would not have happened.
So you decided to say you are resigning, and what was the reaction of your bosses?
You don't. I mean, you get to. There are so many terminology. You get to a certain level. It's not that you are resigning; it's that you want to leave. But I can't get you. No. First, I just actually when I joined the army, I have set out for myself that I will not spend more than 20 years. That whatever position I attain at 20 years of service, I will leave. And so...
That's a critical decision. Mm-hmm. I can't believe somebody like you would think like that.
And not only that, if to say our country was well administered, the army, not only the army, the armed forces and some security organization should be seen as a process towards getting people involved in the administration of the country. Like a man who has been a soldier can be minister for so. A man in the Navy can be minister for so. A man who has been a pressman can be so. After. Not that you died there. Not that you died there. You pressman can become Minister of Information. Okay, and so on. So, working in government or government establishment, you should just be a process. Okay. And that's what it causes this stealing. Stealing.
Massive looting.
Must you make all your money in one office? No. So that is.
So you resigned. You said you leave. You just left the army. You didn't want to be bigger than Adjutant General.
Not bigger than Adjutant General. I was satisfied. Actually, like I said, when I joined the army, I didn't want to serve for more than 20 years. And office of the adjutant, not even Adjutant General. There wasn't that Adjutant General initially because Nigerian army was a small army. But I wanted to be an adjutant. I wasn't an adjutant early enough. That is ordinary adjutant. It's just at the beginning. But a good friend of mine, very good friend, Elegbede, his photograph is there.
Yes, Admiral Wale Elegbede. I think Admiral Wale Elegbede.
No. Okay. There was a time also there was a naval officer called Elegbede. It's the same family.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm talking about.
So anyway, I can't remember what I wanted to say.
You said your good friend Elegbede, you are adjutant, you are not a general.
Yeah, I mean, at lower rank, as adjutant. Okay. But when you hear adjutant general, there are so many adjutants, then you are the general. And then it's not just adjutant, certain category. I'm at the apex. Yeah. So you find that even in the army, You have the Chief of Army Staff. Under him, you may have about 2 or 3 other level of that same. But the army is divided into 4 groups. A, B, C, no, not A, B, C, but Chief of Army Staff, or put it there, the center here. He's the boss of everybody in the army. And he controls the army headquarters. Next to him, not by designation, but by appointment. Somebody junior can be there, but he's acting. You have what we call Army Headquarters G branch. All right, let's make it easy for you. G branch, that's general. When I was Adjutant General, Babangida was in G.
Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida.
Yes, was in G. Vatsa was in Q. So basically the relay is A, G, Q. In order of seniority is A. Next is G, then Q. A is administration. A is administration. G is general. Q is quartering. Anything you think about in administration is A. Recruitment, promotion, discipline, including dismissal, court-martial. Okay? All these. Then, for soldiers to go and fight in Maiduguri, Sokoto, Kano, and so on, that's G. It determines what type of weapons they carry, ammunition they will use, mainly. Q is quartering. Their uniform, transportation. How do they drink water when they are in operations, and so on. So this is it. So when you hold a conference, when the Chief of Army Staff tells you as the head what is going to happen, what they are planning, after giving you the main topic for the conference, then they ask G, how does he intend that the operation will be, will be executed? He will decide Okonkwo will go here, Ajibade will go here, Aina will go here, and so on. Then they will ask, these people you see are going here, how will they eat? How do they get their food from here to there? What of the water? How do you treat the water they will drink? Because if everybody in the war, in the operation is sick, how do you carry on? Okay? I'm making it a simple way for you to understand. Then A, how do you administer these people? This man who you are bringing to the forefront to fight where G says he should fight, if he's sick, how do you treat him? What of his medical equipment? And so on. What of school for his children while he's in front? Because you see, what many people don't realize that if a soldier is fighting in front and hears that they are burning his barracks, you could take it the war is lost. Because how can he be fighting there and thinking of home? His mind must be 100% there. So there must be peace be at home.
Psychological balance.
So, but I'm just trying to tell you now. Then you could know when I say Joshua is in charge of this, then you know how. Okay? So, is it A I'm telling you or G? Yes, A. Okay? Even burial is important. If a soldier knows in the good armies that if he dies, his body will be taken home, he will fight till the last. But if he knows you treat him like any animal, he can shoot him. He can shoot himself. Some people get injured in the war. They shoot themselves to be able to get out of the place. Can you whip on labor? It's not a joke. So when some idiots sit down at home, say if it is war, we fight it, they are talking rubbish. Then, how do you change your gun if it goes bad? And if you use gun to protect yourself, protect your colleagues, just like your colleagues protect you. Now, of course, if your weapon is not working, you should almost take it that you are dead. So, repairing your weapons is important. Just things that are used by human beings on a daily basis. That is Q, quartermaster. Then A, administration. Even the fuel that will be used, how does how does Q get it to the fuel point? The vehicle that is being used when it has problem, where do you put your repair shop? Has it ever occurred to you, you leave Kaduna, you are going to Enugu? You may not get there. So it's not easy. And go on. Promotion. The fact that war does not stop promotion. If you want your men to be happy. You still run with seniority. In the project, they still expect you to look neat. Your uniform. So some idiots who just sit and say, if not war, we go further. Not lie. The moment they hear the first gunshot, they are gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, lady here, thank you very much. You should be happy because you are not paying for knowledge impacted.
We're happy. We're happy. We're happy because it's going to help a lot of people. On the last note, we're not going to say much again. Just give them an advice. We're in a political era now. Everybody's hijacking. People are paying to buy people's conscience for delegate and all that. People are fighting in different states. They're even saying lists are fake and all that. What do you want the political class to do? you have done your own best in your own days. And like today Bible said, he said, inner days nobody speaks about. The way we feel about things, in your own days. You spoke about the way you feel about it. What do you have for the politicians?
Well, I don't have anything for politicians. I have something for our country. I think the major thing in my mind, I may be wrong, education. Education.
Okay.
Without education, we are not going nowhere. Education. And so, I think if it were possible, as soon as we get some level of stability, government should declare certain number of years educational development period. Except we can all read and write. Acquire the capability to understand. We are not moving. I just imagine, and this education is not that much, because I imagine I'm not well educated. I must accept. When I look at what is happening now, I'm not well educated. But I'm educated to a level to know what is good and bad, and to appreciate good from bad. Our major problem in this country is lack of enlightenment, lack of education, which has affected everything we are doing. And I just imagine for how long can it take us? And I cannot even imagine how long. Because it's going to take years. I'm from a village, and I'm conscious of it. And the way those villages were, that is my own village and villages around me, the way they were 50 years ago, is still the way many of them are. If not, some are even worse. Where are you from? What are you?
I'm from Kaduna.
I don't need to ask you. Why I ask that question is this. Look, my brother.
He's from Ile-Ife.
I think you are lucky because Ife University is in Ile-Ife. But let's face facts. If you take note, the villages around Ife, there has not been much change in the last 25 years. You are from Kaduna. You thank God you went to school. But you know that I am from Kogi here. Our brothers in the north, 80% never went to school. So, really, we are not operating in a civilized society. There are individuals, some individuals who are well educated, but even then, so that is why I emphasize on education. That's why I emphasize on education. If we are well educated, I tell you, particularly one, we have opportunity to be educated, and we are well educated, we will be seeing Yoruba president, Igbo president, Hausa president, Ibibio president. How many presidents are you going to have? So this is why education is our major problem. If we solve it, we solve all problems, in my view. And if I'm wrong, I want somebody to say I'm wrong.
You can never be wrong because hard work, you can't go wrong with hard work, and you cannot go wrong with right thinking.
So this is it. So the question you ask, education is a major problem.
For all the politicians across all strata, they should look deep into education. In a situation whereby a tout is more richer than an educated person, and the educated ones are driving Okada, driving Korokwe, driving Keke Marwa, and the tout is building hotels, he has fleet of cars, and he can buy anybody, he can sleep with any woman in the movies.
That sleep you mentioned, I don't want to hear that.
It's quite unfortunate, sir. I know you're holding.
It's a question you ask, I don't know. I think education is the thing. Education is the thing. Take, for example, they said Lagos was congested. A decision was taken, move the capital. They moved to Abuja. And I know one thing that the late head of state was always saying. They wanted a place where every Nigerian would be able to own his own house. Can all Nigerians own a house each in this Abuja?
It's expensive, sir.
It's not possible now. It's not possible. Look at the land here. I'm alone here. I shouldn't have such a big land for a house. It's not my home. We are rather greedy. And education is the only thing that can correct it. I mean, take for example, I'm sitting on one chair. I can, two other people can sit here, but I'm alone here.
Well, the general has been able to give us a fantastic, insightful, wonderful, and life-changing orientation. And the only thing in Nigeria is that our National Orientation Agency is even dumped and is almost dead. There is no orientation for the young people. There's no orientation for the country. So everybody believes in bad behavior. But with great elder statesmen, father figures like General Medayese Jemibewon retired, we are thankful that our generation is going through the lecturing, through the orientational mentoring and all that. And you've seen all that videos where it spoke about the FRLC, the beginning, the creation, the innovation, how it came by and how it became an institution, the creation of Ogun State, one of the best, most organized states in Nigeria. Today, the political jamboree there is ongoing, and some other very insightful, life-changing orientational teachings. Till the next time we're going to be meeting this general, a great man, we want to tell you that please share this video, let the truth be the beacon. Share the truth, enlighten everybody, and we will always meet him for more orientation and more history and more life-changing, value-added, self-enlightening lectures. Till then, I want to thank you. God bless you. Goodbye.